who said that April the 10th, the day of the Eid celebration, will forever be remembered as a day of terror. Nah. April the 10th will always be remembered of the day of a miracle.
This was the message that Masjid leaders at the Parkside neighborhood in Philadelphia had for the community after what an article posted by the Inquirer describes as a barrage of at least 30 gunshots that halted Eid al-Fitr prayer on April 10th. Now, 5 people were arrested and charged with reckless endangerment and firearms violation. Of the 5, the oldest is 21-year-old Kabir Oglesby Hicks. The other 4 names were not released because they were minors, 2 of the age of 15 and 2 of the age of 16. According to police data, in 2015, there was only 1 shooting that involved multiple juvenile victims. That number rose to 24 in 2022. In the shooting, police report a 22-year-old shot in the stomach, a 15-year-old shot in the hand, and another 15-year-old who was shot by police who, according to police, had a firearm. Now, there's a whole lot to unpack here, and before I give you my opinion on this event, let's go back to the Masjid leaders and hear why they call this a miracle and not a tragedy.
And the reason why it was a blessing, because there's no way in the world that we could have woke up the next day and we not had not one fatality. Not one person died. Allahu Akbar for that. Eid Mubarak for that.
Now, in all the craziness, there was actually one woman who took down an active shooter in the midst of all the craziness that was going on. And here's what Imam Nurdin has to say about her.
Sister who took the perpetrator down, her name is Diamond. And we should remember that name. And she's a tremendous jewel for us. She's a diamond. And
Truly a warrior. If she is Muslim, may Allah reward her. And if she's not Muslim, may Allah help her find and Allah help her guide the light of Islam. Also at the press conference was Chairman Commissioner Umar Sabir, and he had a very strong message and request for all law-abiding citizens in the Philadelphia area.
We are also calling on law-abiding citizens as well. It's not against the law for you to carry a firearm. When we saw there was a mass shooting in Southwest, there was a law-abiding citizen who took down that perpetrator before the law enforcement officers got there. And that stopped that person from moving forward. So this is not a message of us just going la-di-da-di along with the get along. This is for real. I'm a father. Anybody who wants to pick up weapons, and if you are a legal, law-abiding citizen, you can defend yourself. If someone wants to take up weapons and shoot where there's innocent children, you have the authority to defend yourself.
Now, I want to take a quick moment here to add on to what Mr. Sabir said. Because as a Muslim, I hear Muslims all the time express why they can't or why they won't carry protection. And it always troubles me because this deen of Islam is not a deen of fear or cowardice. This deen of Islam is not a deen of victimization or victimhood. It is actually an obligation for every Muslim to defend and protect themselves and their families. And this idea that some Muslims have that, you know, I'm going to just trust Allah. I'm going to just have faith in Allah, and whatever Allah wills will happen anyway. You know, Allah has already answered that. And Allah says to you, trust in Allah, but tie your camel. Trust in Allah and tie your camel. And brothers and sisters, I promise you, a 45 is a heck of a rope to tie your camel with. And even our primary examples in Islam, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his companions have all carried some form of protection. There is absolutely no reward in allowing yourself or leaving yourself vulnerable and open to harm. And Allah knows best. Now, the Philadelphia Masjid is offering counseling for everyone that was impacted by this shooting. Here is Farid Boyer.
To anybody in Pennsylvania who needs it, they get 12 free sessions. But today I spoke to my colleagues because I understand it's not enough of us to do the work. My colleagues are Black Muslim organizations, Black Men Hill, Mainline Psychiatric, Just Breathe. We're all working together so that we know that there's trauma in our city, there's trauma in our community, and we want to ensure that our families and friends who have been impacted by the violence from the Eid al-Fitr will have the resources that they need tomorrow.
Hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, everyone who does need help will go get some. Also, District Attorney of Philadelphia, Larry Keisner, said a few words.
Not here for a speech, I'm here for work. And I say this because I didn't just come myself. I came with 3 different units of the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office who are working very closely with our law enforcement partners in the Philadelphia Police Department, in federal agencies, and with our community, because we are truly all standing together and we are in this together.
You know, very lastly, and I want to leave you with this. They say that people were running around, people left their belongings, which they've worked very hard for. People became separated from their families. It was absolute pandemonium. And I truly hate that for my people. I hate the idea of, after 30 days of sacrifice and restraint for the sake of Allah, that on the day of celebration, you had our elders, our brothers, our sisters, our children running around in fear of their lives. But you know what? What's done is done. And what has come has gone. But the question here is, what are you, what am I as a Muslim man prepared to do or going to do next time something like this takes place in our places of worship and our places of family and togetherness? Thank you.